Urban energy resilience in Malaysia during the COVID-19 crisis. We are the team Procostats. My name is Nurul Jannah and my other members is Nur Aina Najiha, Christina Balkis and Fina Elfiani with our supervisor Ms. Masura Rahman.
What happens when millions are suddenly at home? Businesses go dark and entire cities go quiet. During the COVID-19 crisis, our energy system faced a stress test unlike any before, exposing vulnerabilities in how power is produced, distributed and consumed. Urban grids, once fine-tuned for routine demand, were thrown off balance. This project explores how the pandemic reshaped energy use across sectors, why those shifts matter, and what they reveal about building smarter, more resilient energy systems for the future.
This project aligns with two key sustainable development goals. The first is SDG 7, Affordable and Clean Energy, which emphasizes the importance of ensuring access to modern, affordable, dependable, and sustainable energy for all by 2030. The second is SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, which focuses on making human settlements and cities inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. By analyzing urban energy resilience during the COVID-19 crisis, our study contributes to achieving these goals by identifying energy consumption patterns and proposing data-driven solutions for a more sustainable and energy-efficient. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Malaysia saw big changes in energy use. Many people stayed at home, so electricity use in houses went up. At the same time, offices and factories used less energy because they were closed. This showed that Malaysia's energy system was not ready for sudden changes. The pandemic also showed the need for a strong and flexible energy system that can keep working during hard times.
COVID-19 hit Malaysia hard, silencing cities. Commercial energy dropped, homes became the main power user for lights, AC and internet. This crisis showed Malaysia needs stronger, cleaner and local energy system to handle future disruption. Investing in decentralized and adaptable energy aligned with sustainable goals for resilient cities. Let's build a more secure energy future for Malaysia. Our project looks at how COVID-19 changed energy use. First, we compare electricity usage in different areas like homes and businesses before, during and after the pandemic. Next, we see how the power system handled these changes and if there were any problems or new patterns. Finally, we identify which parts of cities were most affected in terms of their energy use and how well they bounced back. This helped us understand how to build a more resilient energy future.
We proceed with methodology. Our approach is to follow the data analysis process, which consists of data collection, where we collect the data from OpenDOSM electricity consumption and supply, data filtering, data analysis using Microsoft Excel and SPSS tool, data visualization using Power BI, and lastly, data interpretation for insights and findings. For this study, the methodology involved data collection and pre-processing using the electricity supply.csv dataset. The data collected focused on two main aspects: monthly sectoral consumption values including total, local public, local private, imports and distribution, and monthly energy supply values including total, local commercial, local domestic, exports and losses. Following data collection, a comparative analysis was conducted through data pre-processing across three key periods: pre-crisis 2018 to 2019, crisis 2020 to 2021, and post-crisis 2022 to 2024. This approach allowed us to observe trends, changes and patterns in electricity consumption and supply throughout different stages of the crisis, highlighting Malaysia's urban energy resilience. In analyzing the data, we applied several analytical tools to extract meaningful insights. We used Pearson correlation analysis to identify the relationships between different variables related to electricity supply and consumption. Time series line plots were employed to visualize supply-demand trends over the three key periods, helping us detect changes and patterns across time. To highlight supply variability, we used bar charts, while pie charts were effective in illustrating sectoral energy shifts, offering a clear comparison of how energy distribution changed among sectors during the pre-crisis, crisis, and post-crisis.
First, in April 2020, we observed a major disruption across the energy landscape. Local commercial energy consumption saw a drastic decrease due to business shutdowns during the pandemic. At the same time, exports and transmission losses also dropped sharply, reflecting the overall slowdown in energy demand and movement. Meanwhile, local domestic consumption showed a drastic decrease as more people stayed home and shifted to remote work, driving up residential electricity usage. Looking at the supply stability scores, pre-crisis, the score was moderate at 603.88 with normal demand fluctuations. During the crisis, the score slightly improved to 666.25 as the drop in commercial activity eased pressure on supply systems. Post-crisis, we saw a major improvement to 839.30, driven by better grid management, infrastructure upgrades, and more stable residential consumption patterns. The heat map of correlations gives us deeper insights. Local public and local domestic consumption show a strong positive relationship, rising together. Exports have a strong negative correlation with local domestic and public consumption, meaning when local demand rises, exports fall. Imports have weak correlations across the board, suggesting they act more independently. We also see that losses are slightly tied to exports, indicating more transmission losses during periods of higher exports. Looking at the scatter plot of local public supply versus local domestic consumption, we can clearly see an upward trend. As public sector electricity usage increases, domestic consumption rises too. This strong positive correlation about 0.55 suggests that both sectors are influenced by common factors like seasonal changes, major public events, or overall demand surges. Meanwhile, the scatter plot for imports versus exports show a very different picture. Most import values are clustered closely to zero, while exports vary widely without any clear trend line. This reflects a very weak, almost non-existent correlation of negative 0.02, meaning that imports and exports operate independently, and higher imports don't lead to a higher or lower exports.
Next, we're going to talk about our strategic approach for urban energy resilience on future crises. Power failures hit businesses hard during crisis. Our solution is to decentralize renewable microgrids. They keep lights on when the main grid fails. They slash transmission losses by 15%, and we target urban commercial hotspots first. And pilot projects will prove the concept is vulnerable districts. Solar-powered microgrids mean reliable energy where it's needed the most. No more blackouts, no more relying on unstable imports, and this is the sustainable resilience in action. Our next proposed solution is strategic investment in smart grids. Our grids waste too much energy, and smart grids fix this with AI and IoT. They balance supply and demand in real time. The goal is to cut the supply-demand gap to just by 3% in 2025. So these grids do more than distributed power. They enable two-way energy flows. Consumers become producers. The system self-regulates during crisis. So this isn't just a upgrade, it's a revolution. It's a modern infrastructure for a sustainable future. Our last proposed solution is demand-side management strategies. When crisis hit, home energy use spikes 22%. So this strained the whole system. Demand-side management strategies smooth out this spike. Energy-efficient appliances are the key. Real-time monitoring puts control in consumers' hands. The result is a more stable grid, lower bills for households, and a fewer blackouts for everyone. So this isn't just a conservation, it's a smart energy optimization, and together we can build a system that can withstand any crisis. Next is our strategic approach for urban energy resilience during crisis. Power failure hit businesses hard during crisis. Our solution is to decentralize renewable microgrids. They keep lights on when the main grid fails. They slash transmission losses by 15%. We target urban commercial hotspots first, and pilot project will prove the concept in vulnerable districts. Solar-powered microgrids mean reliable energy where it is needed the most. No more blackouts, no more relying on unstable imports, and this is the sustainable resilience in action.
That's all from us, Crocostats. Resilient cities, reliable power. Thank you.